Hey there DIYers, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to work on getting more of the fence added. Stay tuned. Okay, so where I'm left off is right here, and I gotta go all the way up to my gate, and then I'm gonna go on the other side of the gate and over to the neighbor's property. But so where I'm at, where I left off here last fall, was right here, and so I'm going to be on just the lane side of some of these trees that are along there. And so because of the root systems that are from these trees, I don't want to, I'm trying to avoid them as much as possible. So what I'm doing is I'm going to straddle the trees. So my distances between posts, they vary, but they vary, I don't know, a foot or so here or there, depending on where it is along the fence. And it's not really visibly noticeable. So, that's not concerning me. My main concern is trying to avoid the roots from the trees. So what I'm going to do is, because I've lost my markings from what I had last year, I'm going to measure from here up to that tree. And I think by default, I was having my post every 5.5 feet, but sometimes it's a little less. I don't think I ever go any more, but it could be 4.5. It all depends. So what I'm going to do is measure from this post up to the tree. Well, actually, from the tree, I'm going to measure across 5.5 feet. So it'll be 2.25 feet this way and 2.25 feet that way from the tree. And that's where those two posts are going in. Then I'm just going to evenly distribute the post from the post from this side of the tree to this one, and then just divide it up evenly so that it's anything less than 5.5 feet. So I just have to figure that out. So let me get that measured, and then we will figure out what that is. Okay, so I've got the tape measure here, measured here. That's 2.25 to the center of the tree, then over to 2.25 more, be at the 5 foot mark. So this right here is where a post will go. And then at the 5 foot mark, that's where another post will go. So now that I got that, I can measure from this post, last post I got set, to this mark, and then figure out how far apart these posts are going to be. Let's see, so there's 25. Looks like 26 feet. Okay, so I know I've got 26 feet from that post to this blue line where I'm going to be putting a post. So that's 26 feet. I know that I need to put, however many posts in there. So just by math, I know that 26 is divisible by 5 point something, so I know I'm going to have 5 posts. So I'm going to say 26 feet divided by 5. So it tells me that every post would then be 5 feet 2 3/8 inches. So that's what I'm doing now, is I'm going to be marking 5 feet 2 3/8 inches up to that one. And so I'll have my five post markings. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. 5 foot 2 3/8. Okay. So I got the first one. Let's see. So from there, 5 foot. Okay. Another 5 foot 2 3/8. All right, so now I need to go ahead and set up my guideline. And so this isn't a straight fence, as you can probably see down the line. You can see that it curves around, goes along with the lane. So what I'm gonna do is, because it's got a bit of a curve, I'm just putting up every so often where there's going to be a little bit of a bend. Let's put in a little stake, and then I'll wrap my my guideline around that, and I'll just keep going along there so that I think it was about 3 feet I was standing off of the edge of the lane. So I have a total of a 15-foot easement on my drive. So that ought to be good. So let me go ahead and get my guideline going. Okay, so I got my line here tied around this one. Or if I put another one here, let's make it a little taut, put that around there. And then I got this one, put that around there. And so I need to put another one up further. Let's see. So at this point, I'm ready to get my my auger. And so with my auger, let me drilling down in here. And because my auger, so I'm gonna start with a 4-inch bit to get my hole started, and then I'm gonna go to the 8-inch. I can't start with the 8 because this ground is so hard with clay, it just doesn't want to just dig down in very good. Plus it's so full of roots and rocks, the auger just keeps getting hung up and just wanting to twist out of my hand. So if I do the 4-inch first, at least clear away, and then anything I do feel, it'll loosen up easier and it'll lift out. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'll start with the 4-inch, and go from there. So I'm gonna get my earplugs in and get the auger and get some drilling going. Okay, so when I start this guideline is actually on the back side of the post. So I want to drill in just this side of this, but I want it so that the hole is actually going to be like this. So a little bit of it's going to come past here. So I just wanted so that it's they're all center in line with each other. And from doing this, I've done a pretty good job keeping them all in line. And even if I'm dealing with an 8-inch hole, even if I'm not exactly accurate with my centering, I can move the post within that hole, so it might be a little more to one side or the other, but that's fine because I'm putting concrete all down in there, and it's setting in there. And again, this fence isn't nothing more than really it's an appeal thing. It's not really serving a purpose as far as keeping cattle in or anything like that. So it's plenty strong. And anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this one drilled. And I'm gonna just start this side of it a little bit, just a couple inches, and we'll get that in there, and we'll get this first post set. So I've got wearing my gloves. Got my hearing protection in. Just listening to some jams. And then, of course, I got my eye protection. All right. So it's going to be just about like that. So what I do when I actually drill this, I'll put my leg here, keep the line out of the way from getting tangled into the screw. And let's see what we got. I already pre-warmed this up, so it should start right away. So let's see what we got here. I got marked here paint-wise, so I know when to stop. That wasn't so easy because I had already drilled this one, but I never did set the post. So I think at least I did the 4-inch. Still got to come back and do the 6 or the 8-inch. Yeah, that was correct. All right. So let me get my 8-inch screw. All right. Switch back on. Around. Seems that pretty good. Got that. Let me get my knee pads on. So I think I'm going down about 18 inches. Yeah, that's not super deep. But again, here we really don't even have a frost line because it hardly gets, we hardly get much snow here anywhere. Okay. One thing I'm doing is I'm adding some gravel to the base of this to help with drainage. So any moisture does get down into the hole with the post set there, it'll just help keep moisture off of the bottom of the post. There we go. My post. Okay, so I got my post level. got the concrete in there, and again I got it in an angle so the water will run off. And at this point the moisture from the earth will set that, but I'm probably going to come back just with a little sprinkler can and just get it wet, just so it'll get an initial set. But this one has in fact been good, so I can move on to the next one. So this one was easy since I already had the hole pre-drilled. But I can hop over here to the next one. I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and just do my 4-inch drilling for the next one, so I don't have to keep switching that bit in and out. So I'll drill, and then come back with the 8-inch. Let's turn that on. Now we'll switch bits. Do the 8-inch. Ah, I'm surprised I not hit any roots or rocks. Surprised. Get this dirt pushed away. Go ahead and dig out all the other loose dirt. Okay. All right. Okay. We're ready for some concrete. So I'm using 60-pound bags, and it usually takes about half to 2/3 of a bag for each hole. Time for another bag. I'm really surprised this concrete has not set up, because it was sitting out on my deck all winter. I had it in a cardboard box. So I think the cardboard box may have helped that it was pulling the moisture. I don't know, I'm just glad it's still powder. And I'm rocking around so it'll help that settle down in. Seems to do a pretty good job. That's my poor man's version of using an agitator. It works. Check my level now. Straight, we are good. Okay, we're on the last hole. I forgot to put my knee pads on. I took them off. Give my legs a little break. Okay. Whatever you want to call this stuff. So my neighbor's getting ready to go camping. They're power washing their RV. That's what that noise is in the background. All right, I got the pitch on, pedals in there. Let's go get this concrete poured in. It's pretty well centered. Not centered, but level. Still level on both sides. And we are done. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We actually got 6 posts done today. I can live with that. All right, so here we'll go ahead and double check to see. You can see none of them are sticking out really bad one way or the other. That looks pretty good. I can live with that. All right, then once we actually put the panels on, it'll look really good. Cut the tops off. Yep. So at this point, I'm just going to clean up, and then once I'm done cleaning up, I'm going to come back with some water. I'm just going to pour down on each of these just to get some water set in there, give it just some initial set. Again, next couple days, just the moisture from the ground will draw into it, but we'll just go ahead and give it a little kick in the butt, and put those in there, and then we'll know they'll be good from then on. So if you haven't looked into dry pour, check out YouTube, other videos. There's some really good ones on there about dry pouring. I've seen a lot of good success with it, and I've had really good success with it so far. So I'm going to be actually dry pouring my carport soon, so that'll be a project coming up, so look forward to that. So anyway, let's go ahead and clean up, and then we will sprinkle some water on these bad boys. So again, we just want to get that wet. Okay. So we'll come back to that. I had 2 containers, and it's like 3 posts per container. Which is a heck of a lot easier than mixing it up in a wheelbarrow or getting a concrete mixer. And I tell you, it certainly works. Now, I don't believe I'd be doing dry pour on something I was looking for, you know, foundationally structural, you know, for a foundation type structure. But for stuff like this, man, it is ideal. There's a guy that did a test of the different methods of setting post. I think one he did a dry pour, the other one he mixed, and then another one I think he did some foam, some type of a foam that you put in there. And tell you, the results were pretty impressive with the dry pour. It stood up pretty well. I mean, even for something structural, it'd probably be all right. But again, just to make sure you're up to code and all, probably best to go ahead and do a legitimate mix on it. All right, so there we go. So we'll check these again tomorrow, and these will be super solid, won't even move, and we'll be good to go. So there you have it. We got 6 posts done this evening, and hopefully we can get 6 posts set again tomorrow. Well, I can't because I need more concrete. I only have 1 bag of concrete left, so we're gonna need to make a trip to the box store. So anyway, so it was one evening of I don't know, I guess a couple hours of work. That auger sure does kick my butt, but I don't know. If you look at all the fence I did so far last year, I don't even know how many posts that is. It was well over 100 altogether that I'll be doing. But yeah, I've certainly worked my butt off. But I tell you, it's good, honest work. Anyway, if you like what I've done here, please like, subscribe, comment below. You see something I'm doing that is totally wrong, let me know. And or if you got suggestions, something I can improve on to make my life easier, I certainly appreciate it. And anyway, I'll see you on the next one. Thanks. Bye.